What if NATO invaded the United States? Hello and welcome to this channel. Aswe Alkno, NATO military, alliance of North America and Europe that was formed after the Second World War in order to protect the sovereignty and security of its member nations. But what if the roles were reversed and NATO invaded the United States? It may sound preposterous, but let's explore this idea further and examine the potential consequences of such an invasion. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO, is a political and military alliance between North America and Europe. Its stated purpose is to safeguard the freedom and security of its members through political and military means. NATO was formed in the aftermath of World War II with the signing of the North Atlantic Treaty in 1949. The founding members included Belgium, Canada, Denmark, France, Iceland, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, the United Kingdom, and the United States. Since then, NATO has grown to include 30 member nations. The most likely scenario for a NATO invasion of the United States would be a rogue faction within the alliance that defies the will of its member nations. This could occur due to a series of unfortunate events that result in a coup d'état. For example, a charismatic and ambitious leader could emerge within the organization who convinces key members to support his or her radical agenda. Alternatively, a small group of rogue states could collude and initiate a military action against the U.S. despite the presence of nuclear weapons. Such a move would undoubtedly face stiff resistance from the other NATO members. However, if the faction in power is committed and has the support of at least one nuclear state, it could pose a serious threat. In terms of strategy, the invading force would likely consist of a mix of ground, air, and naval troops. Depending on the resources available, the plan would entail a surprise attack on multiple targets simultaneously. The objectives would be to seize key infrastructure such as airports, government, buildings, and communication hubs. To achieve this, NATO would need to assemble a substantial force comprising tens of thousands of troops, hundreds of vehicles, and a large air component. This raises the question of logistics, which would be a major challenge. The invading force would require significant supplies of fuel, food, and ammunition. Additionally, they would establish a secure line of communication with their home base to receive reinforcements and resupplies. The United States has a strong military with a well-developed defense system. Any invading force would need to be prepared for fierce resistance from the U.S. military and other armed forces. The U.S. also has a large nuclear arsenal that could be deployed in response to a hostile invasion. This poses a significant deterrent, but also raises the risk of escalation and the potential for mutually assured destruction. In conclusion, while a NATO United States is highly unlikely, it is not entirely inconceivable. Rogue factions or a small group of states could potentially initiate hostilities against the U.S. despite facing stiff opposition from other NATO members. Such a move would pose a serious threat. A successful invasion would require careful planning, coordination, and a high degree of commitment from the invading force. The United States has a robust military, defense system, and a nuclear arsenal that would make any invasion costly and dangerous. The potential for escalation and the use of nuclear weapons raises serious concerns about the outcome of such a conflict. It is therefore in the best interest of all parties involved to maintain peaceful relations and resolve any differences through diplomatic means. Thank you for watching. What do you think would be the outcome of a NATO invasion of the United States? Let us know in the comments below. Please like and share this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content. Stay tuned for our next video. Until then, take care.